It's not exactly the kind of music I'd probably expect for a radiation storm, but we're here. All right, I loaded up. I put the mod list in the description, but I reloaded Fallout 4. I gave it some time to settle down from the anniversary update. Anniversary edition, I should say. It was next gen update that blew it up last time. And then they blew it up with the anniversary edition, so most people playing on PC in 2026, I think, are running the pre-next gen update version of the game, which also allows all the old mods to still work. If you're on console, then at that point, you're kind of stuck with the anniversary edition at this point, or the latest update at least. So I completely reset my mod stack. I've been testing. I haven't done any major building. I haven't tried to recover old saves or anything. I figured I would start with a fresh stack of mods. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what green in the Commonwealth does to the world, which is pretty nice. Brings back some of the grass and plant life. Most of the modding that I am doing is related to, it just froze right there. Most of the modding that I'm doing is related to building. So place anywhere, scrapping, unlocking new objects, things like that. I've got a little bit in terms of gameplay tweaks. How quiet is the game? Very quiet. I get it very quiet in my headset. I feel like that's a lot louder on the stream. I would put it down there somewhere. And then let me see if I can set it up so I can hear it a little bit better. Why is that so quiet? Okay, I can hear that a little better now. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Getting started really early here. I was going to go live at 9, but I figured I would just jump in. Let's pop over here for a minute. I'll show you one of the things that I wanted to... No, did it crash already? Don't tell me it crashed already. Okay, it just froze wicked bad when I left Sanctuary. Mod list is in the description. This is modded Xbox One Series X. But most of the mods that I'm using are friendly on PlayStation PC as well. I was, messing around with the mods, just making sure that things are running relatively smooth. So this is the Red Rocket, run by Nate and Nora. Nate's around here somewhere. I think I might still be. Yeah, I'm still Nate. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. My twin. He runs the Red Rocket here. So I've been messing around with some of the shelf clutter. Gave Dogmeat a place so we'd stop knocking stuff over. That is not supposed to do that. That texture is not loading properly. That's fun. That should be a red canister all the way around. I wouldn't worry about it. Green in the Commonwealth and more vines, though. They do a lot to bring the world to life. Give it a nice fresh coat of paint, even without... I mean, like, this is in particular, it's really good on performance for the most part, and it's achievable because it's relatively low res and it's designed for consoles. So there's better solutions if you want to go like high-res grass and textures and all that stuff. But this will work and perform pretty well even on, from what I understand, I haven't tested it, but Green the Commonwealth should work on PlayStation as well. PlayStation 4, that is, the original version of Fallout 4. Okay, so Sanctuary-wise, I want to try and... What the actual hell? Why? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why is this what you are? We've got to figure this out. Okay, so it was loading some textures funny a second ago. When's my save from? What kind of difference are we talking about here? 542. We're not talking about a lot. Let's just go load. We'll just load from where we were. Cause that's not right. That's the first time I've seen that. And June walked by when I was getting ready and was not looking like that. So something's going on there. That's mildly concerning for the mod stack. I'm still testing at this point. This is very much still testing. So if you've got suggestions, let me know. I'm messing around with some of the creation stuff too. Like, some of them are interesting. They have a ghoulification one. That one isn't working on PlayStation though. I think a lot of the creations stuff does, but ghoulification does not for whatever scripting they had to implement. I have a feeling we might be seeing a lot of loading screen tonight. Get some Epidemic sound playing, hopefully in the vein of Fallout without having to worry about the copy claims. Did it freeze? I'm pretty sure it froze. No, wait. Yeah, no, it froze, huh? Well, this is off to a start. It's not loading textures. It's freezing. Nothing like a fresh boot of the game. I don't think I messed with anything in my mod load order. And that just froze on attempting to load, which is interesting. I'll make sure that the where is it? Creations. Make sure this is connecting. Man, they messed this game up good. Okay, we're not gonna... Yeah, let's just load this one. Like I said, this is still very much in the testing phase, so I want to find out if this stuff is happening now before I get too deep into any builds. When I get a good mod pack all figured out, at least from a building perspective, I'm going to have to put another video together Okay, don't freeze, please. Okay. Sunny day, not a radiation storm. That's a good start. We're heading in the right direction here. So I was thinking of like having each house kind of have a purpose, and I did want to make this one an armory. I figured we could have power armor, guard stations, weapon racks, all sorts of stuff in here. I might leave the collapsed houses. I tend to build on them, like scrap them and build on them, especially the ones that it lets you scrap. But I kind of love them too, especially with the overgrown grass. I feel like it just kind of needs to stay. I think I'm also hiding. I'm hiding HUD right now for the screenshots. All right, well, let's take a look. I know I got my menus all messed up. I got to figure out some of this stuff because there's a lot of what's in the game and then the extras. So there's Project Mojave, which is some New Vegas themed stuff. It's not particularly deep, but this is a free one, so there's different casino tables and things. Hotel furniture. There is what do you call it? Sunset Sarsaparilla machines, which I think I actually put one in the Red Rocket gas station that Nate and Nora are at. So there's that. There's some decorations and stuff. There's OCDecorator. There is Homemaker, Creative Clutter, and what did I get from this guy? Oh yeah, trash. So like I tend to take out all the trash, but then sometimes you wanna decorate and put it back, and this will let you. So I don't know how much is really in here, but debris, rubble. Is this Nuka World specific? You might need, what do you call it? Place Anywhere or something like that to be able to use some of these too. It does call it out in the mod itself, in the description. But lots of trash piles and stuff that we can use. Like once we've prettied up, like we can decide where the trash goes. This is basically an Ender chest, Vault Tech stash. So you'll see, I put the mods down below. I'm gonna do a separate video on some of the creative stuff. Not creative, what is it? The creations. So I did check out a few of the paid things just to see and kind of break down like what's what and what's worth some stuff. For the most part, you get a ton of the paid content anyways if you do the anniversary edition. So if people are getting into the game this late, otherwise they probably through one way or another, some special edition or something, gotten some of that content. I love how this is overgrown into the car. This is fantastic. Okay, let's do a little rough fencing here just to get an idea of like, I do want Sanctuary maybe not fully surrounded in fence like I have done before, but we've got to do a little bit. So I think if we have like a gun station right here, I'm just running around reprogramming my light bulbs and grow lights and making dinner. No crashes yet? No, we had one. There was one freeze. It wasn't a crash. Technically, I had to force quit the game. Okay, so what? Structures? Fences? It's been a while. It has been a while. So what kind of space do we have back here? Like, there's just a random chemistry station back here. Can people get through here? You can get through here. Okay. So maybe we block off. Maybe we block off right here. Because this is a rubble house anyways, right? Is that okay from here? Like, it doesn't really matter that it's sticking into a house that you don't go into. I don't think. It's really more for the aesthetics. Like, I know there are spawn spots where enemies will spawn if you fence off the outer perimeter of the houses only. Can we fix this fence? That would be cool. Okay, let's do it. We'll do it this way. What is the line of the hedgerow here? Is the other fence better on that edge? It is. Okay. I want something that ends in a harder line at the wall, so that it's not sticking into the house, hopefully. I guess we could do this too. Cover that window. That will fill in anyways. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's take a look. Oh, I'm not crazy about that. We got to kind of put that even, I think. Yeah, that's okay. All right. Structures, walls, or I should say wood walls, and then we'll get a couple of these. I like to do every house in like a slightly different type of material to make the look a little less repetitive. So we'll get a, what, maybe we'll get 3 of those just in case. We'll get 2 of these. I don't know what we'll use, but that should be enough. Okay. This is going to be a pain to run around and check every time now that I put this fence here. Oh, that's perfect. Right? It's not sticking out. That's good enough. I can deal with that. We could probably do a bunch of them and then set them, double check them all at the end. Let's flip it around that way, maybe. We'll get a couple of these going. Oh, I can hear game music creeping in. Got to not do that. Okay, so place anywhere is kind of a finicky one. If you have not used it before, I know I just deleted a chemistry station. Do I have another chemistry station here, or did I build it at... I might have built it at the other place. Anyways, you go to a chemistry station and you can make this piece of junk called Place Anywhere. It's technically a consumable. And you can bring it up and you can basically change a bunch of options. One of the ways that I have it set up is when you pick up and put something down without moving it, it'll let you... I haven't even been in this house yet. Okay. If you pick up and put something down without moving it, it'll bring up this menu. And then let me show you with something that is not something I want to keep. Can we do it? We can't do it with that tire, can we? No, but we could put one into the world. Let's try it with a piece of furniture. Can I do it with furniture? I think that you can. So when you go into furniture, like a lot of things that you can interact with now, there's an options. And you can do things like change the position. So if I wanted to nudge it into the ground, I could say move down. And then the A button becomes nudge, and it will just slowly nudge that thing down into the ground until like the seat bottom cushions are just sitting on the bottom there. Now, as soon as you like get out of the menu, so like if you pause it and come back out, it's free now, but you can go back into options again. You can do things like scale. Oh, is that doing the scale of the menu, not the scale of the object? I thought that was doing the object. Physics, object properties. You can copy and paste, position, or disable an object. I don't really mess around with a lot of that stuff. I didn't mean to sit in the chair. But that's really useful, like if you want to nudge something just a little bit and see it from like a different perspective without moving it around. We'd scrap that though. Okay. Well, here I am getting distracted, which is basically why these projects take forever. Because I could work on one house, or I could run around doing 85 different things. Usually the 85 different things wins. Okay, do we even worry about that? Maybe we do. Okay, let's get one more board in place. I think that will cover the back wall, and then we can go peek at what it looks like. I'm here in spirit listening while you rest your eyes. Oh my goodness. Long day. Let's see, where is that in relation to the wall? That might be okay. That might be a good spot. Let's go look. It was faster to go around the other way. Okay, this one in the window is nicely embedded in the wall, and then we have to pick, like, where is it going to stick out? I think sticking out the back makes the most sense. This isn't quite right here. Yeah, I do that too. Growing up, my mom always told us she was resting her eyes and she was straight asleep. Yeah, I know that feeling. It's okay. It still helps with the watch time, you know. In a building stream, I probably won't scream dramatically either, so... Then again, it depends on like how long it's been since I last saved when it crashes next. Because I guess there could be loud profanity. Kang, I've been watching a lot of, I don't know what it's called, Border Protection Australia. It's people at customs and border and quarantine enforcement coming in with all kinds of stupid food and drugs and stuff. But there's something, there's the strangest turn of phrase in Australian that used in certain contexts, like I really don't understand. Like I would let my autism flag fly and tell them like, "Oh, I'm not happy." They're like, "Are you happy to be searched, or are you happy to consent to the search?" And like I understand the turn of phrase and the colloquialism, but no, I am quite literally not happy that all this is happening. I'm okay. I think we'll end up double walling this. We'll wall the inside too. We need to clear this out. I also need to be very careful when I clear out that I am not clearing out the foundation. Hold on. Quick save. Kong, what's up? Welcome. I started watching season 2 finally. The first 2 episodes were fantastic. I'm loving it so far. I got to so far I got to try and build Novak, and I might try and do one of the vaults they visit this year. Okay, don't delete the foundation. Not the foundation. We can delete the fan without deleting the house. There's a bottle cap mine on this safe. Do you get both when you dismantle it that way? I think you might. I don't remember there being a 10 mil in here. That's a surprise. Okay, we'll just clear out. We'll clear out this house for now. Scrap the stool. Picture frame, yes. I'm gonna get some light in here next, or at the very least, I guess let's make it daytime. Wow, I am rusty. Where inventory aids? No, inventory. This one. I haven't used it this session. Welcome everybody. Hanging out with some modded Fallout 4 on console. Mod list is in the description below. I didn't add all of the creations. I still gotta put the list together. Typical American just having guns in the shower. I mean, where, what are you gonna do if they come while you're showering? And you don't also have a gun in the shower. I just want to know where he was holstering it. Game alteration. World. Not time scale. Date and time. Time. 9 a.m. There we go. Okay. Now we can see a little bit better in here. Ooh, the vines overgrowing into the living room is great. Yeah, so I'm not particularly crazy about how this looks on the inside either. So let's try and put this in the wall a little better. As a Canadian can't relate. Imagine, I don't know, imagine being somewhere without your maple syrup. I honestly don't know. I made it morning and we get a radiation storm. That's nice. It wanted us to see it in the green light. It is moody as all get out, huh? Very moody. Very moody with the radiation storms. Okay, sorry. I need to see some people walking down the street. It's very moody. Okay, I can mess around with the fine placement of the walls later. Let's get stuff into position and start to like get an idea of what we need in the house. The beds are this is one thing. The beds are particularly terrible or way too nice. And there's not a lot of in-betweens. There's options, but like these perfect, pristine Nuka-Cola sheets or this mattress that multiple people have died on and lost most of their bodily fluids into. Like at that point, honestly, just sleep on the ground. This is one thing I should look into for a mod perspective is more beds. Because you start to repeat these and then they do look incredibly repetitive. Or like seriously, who gets to sleep in that? Like, I don't even know if I can do that. I can't, like I'd rather have it look silly. This is, I think, 2. Like these, I guess, could have been reclaimed out of a vault. But they're so pristine. Def need a fitted sheet? No. Oh, so this is interesting. I am a single blanket only. But the fitted sheet on the bottom, and nothing else. Just one blanket. But like, yeah, if you're just gonna have an absolutely filthy mattress, just sleep on the floor. Like this one, maybe more comfortable than sleeping on the floor. It doesn't look, I guess like you can't really tell that it's necessarily clean and new, but it's not like literally covered in death. Like, look at that. That is repugnant. Yeah, no, layers are just overcomplicated. One fleece blanket, maybe on a really cold night I'll grab a second fleece blanket. I'll double the layer, but otherwise that's it. No, top sheets, you're just like, now you got extra maintenance to do. Nope, cancel, scrap. I just feel like it looks too clean for in Sleep with a blanket over your head. That's how I spend most of my day, honestly. It's better than looking at the news right now. I mean, maybe if we do, like, what if we did a bunch of these? I'll get these a little closer after. What if we did like 4 of these in this house? And then we make the main... Oh good, the drawers are on both sides. Convenient. No, I don't like this idea. So because those kind of look, no, I meant to put that down. If you ever see me looking out the window, it's because I have to look far away to be able to like pick something. Otherwise, it's trying to pick the house that I'm standing in, which it wouldn't normally do in vanilla, but it does with this combination of mods. That bed does not belong in this space. Yeah, but that's the thing. If we go into containers way at the end, like I think we can pull it off because you can make this house all about like a vault collection. So like we'll smooth out the walls a little bit better too. Like the house is very much, oh my God, can I look? Can I? Is there a spot I can look far enough away? Oh my God. Okay, we'll put that in here. I don't know, maybe I can't pull it off. Maybe I have to look for new beds. It's bad. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, those are placeholders. That's all they are. All right, I'm going to block out this main window. These tend to block out well. Oh, never mind. I say that and then I mess it all up. So like what I do is like you gotta kind of get it flat on the wall. And then just inch it in until it totally disappears. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So that's actually pretty flush with the rest of the wall. So it was a bay window, but it's also all bombed out. That's okay. It's a shame there's giant holes in the wall over here and every single ceiling. But that's fixable down the road. I wonder, what did I used to have that gave me access to more beds? Other than Riz. But there was something, some old mod I ran like had a lot more bed options, like beds in every color. Specifically like, which one? They had like this one in a bunch of different colors, and then you could drop different pillows and different things on them to make them look a little lived in. I mean, that's something that we could do too. Like I'm not exactly doing that right now. Like this looks a little bit more. It's a little bit more the part. Where's the long haul? There we go. So we could do that, and then if you go into Is there pillows in here? I don't remember where they are. Furniture. Miscellaneous? I gotta look at some mods too to like reset the order of these things. It gets way too confusing, like where stuff gets moved to and buried to. I feel like this is not a Fallout song, and this somehow accidentally made it into the playlist. This sounds like the Grateful Dead jamming. I mean, not the same quality, but like that vibe. I didn't mean to offend any deadheads. Okay, where the hell are the... Where are the pillows? Okay. Okay, are these actual... Are these actual objects that exist in the world? Son of a biscuit! Okay. Will they sit on top of things? Man, I forgot how finicky this is. Where'd the last pillow go? I turned around and it disappeared? And now it's back? What? What? Stop it. Stop it. And then it reappears? And now they're attached. Why are they moving in unison now? I like rug glitched them together. And when I was turning one, it was turning the other one? That's so weird. Okay. Whatever. That looks a little bit more like the part. Having to look away from the house to pick up a menu is getting a little old already. Are you going to be difficult, cow? Where is it? There. Oh, come on. It's right. It's right. It's right. It's just way too much work for so little result. Okay, where do we go? We got to get some other people in here, I guess, too, to make it feel a little bit more alive. But there's also some things we can do. Like, we've got the Nate and Noras that we can call in. I don't know why they call this one Gary. It is not the guy. I was hoping it was the guy saying Gary running around your settlement. It is not. It's just another Nate. But there are... I'm trying to think where they are in the menus. But there is a bunch of like Securetrons and Assaultrons that you can put into your map. I've got some other stuff that I want to try out. That is animation mats. I hadn't messed around with that before, but like you can create different spots, like where somebody's hammering or screwdriver, basically different scavenger animations, and you can force them to happen at certain spots in the map. What are under miscellaneous resources? Look at the garden. The garden plot is redone, huh? That's greener as well. That's interesting. Yeah, so basically it assigned settlers will perform animations in between scavenging for scrap. Door kicking, hammering, kneeling, push-ups, reading a newspaper. So you can do all these different things to cause animations. What's this stuff at the end? Oh no, is it gonna lock up on me? I should get out. I was gonna say I should hit B a bunch of times and save before it crashes. Because I feel like it was just about to. Yeah, it's not letting me go into menus. Why is it not recognizing the A button? Oh, because I was looking at something that I could scrap and not grab. I gotta figure that one out. That's annoying. Okay, power. Is it under miscellaneous? The beacon? Attracts new settlers to your settlement when turned on. So do we make the guardhouse where the electricity is too? I was thinking this being like guardhouse armory area. So let's do that. I already have a generator over by the water. I may as well just run... Ooh, look at these radios. What are these from? That's all right. I haven't seen these televisions either. Like the chunk mortar. Okay, here we go. Look, you can have an iBot running around your settlements, a fire protectron, medical, police. A Protectron chef? Oh, we gotta have a robot city. I've never done that. A Mr. Gutsy, a Mr. Handsy. You've got the Assaultrons and Sentry bots. And they all add settlement defense. Some improve happiness. That's pretty cool. Here, improves happiness. Do I have what I need to make it? I feel like I did make it. But no, did it like interact with what's his name? It must have. Oh, Eddie, welcome back. If I could name you. Okay, power miscellaneous? Or is no, it's not miscellaneous. That's how we got there. Connectors. Full-on power pylon. Let's run down here. Let's wire up our town. We'll start with the power down here. We'll make a shed for it at some point. I know we can use tricks to connect them otherwise, but I wonder if these lights don't still allow you to connect them, do they? No, that would be cool. I guess we could reset them. It won't let me connect that? Are you serious? Why is that too far away? Really? Okay, we'll do a pylon on the other side of the driveway. There's no way it'll let me connect this, right? That's too far. That's too far, huh? Okay, is that the only light on that side of the street, or the lights on? They go back and forth. Okay, well, I guess in the future we need pylons more often than I thought we might. I might bury that one in the ground a little bit. Actually, I guess that's okay. That should connect. This won't go across though, right? Oh, well, okay. How do we feel about that though, walking into town? I kind of feel like that light just doesn't even need to be there. It might kind of look cool at night though, having this rundown side a little lit up. We can play around with it. It doesn't have to stay this way. So if we space these out every so often, will it let me do that? Oh no, this is a busted light. Okay, that's not too bad. We can make that work. I don't know if that's too much though in terms of the power lines, but I don't know. What do you think? I feel like if you're like using vanilla mechanics, which we don't have to do, like we could do wireless electricity, but it does get glitchy and can lag. But we could make those stretch longer too if we wanted to. Can you do... So it's still lit. If I pick up and reset this, does it reconnect? It does, just with a super long lag in the line. So that's actually not, that's not terrible for what it is. Like, I guess if you were in power armor, you'd be tall enough to clip it with your head, but I feel like that's okay. So what if we do that? And then, oh, it was connected to this one across the street. Yeah, that could work. And then we could scrap this one, right? And that can go there, and then we can slide it back this way a little bit, and then pick it up and let it go. Yeah, I can mess around with those. We can also run the power like to the house and then to the next. So I guess that's something I'm not really thinking of either, because if we do conduits and say we deliver the power to the house, we can take it out the other side of the house. It doesn't have to run everywhere, you know. We could do that. And then have, theoretically, as long as it's close enough, like you can pass the house through the power, pass the power through the house. Let's replace a couple more lights and get a feel for what this place looks like at night. Actually, here, let me see. I'll just make this easier. Oh God, how low is this wire gonna be? We'll probably move this over here. Okay, and then can we get this to... Oh, I keep forgetting that the lights that are here are broken. Okay, scrap that. New light. Oh, that is a dangler. That somebody could clip. Watch out, Mama Murphy. You don't want the sight from the electricity. She's tempting to fate. Okay, well, we got to do something about that. That's going to be one that we fix for sure. Okay. We'll get another. That's a radio recruitment beacon. I didn't put another beacon in, did I? Okay. Oh, I'm out of goods. There's a massive fix it later project. Like, it's just constantly like, oh, this would be like something would be cool here. Let me put this here to remind me, and then keep tweaking the next thing. Items and equipment, crafting, all goods, please. That's gonna unfortunately scroll on the screen for a while. Oh, that's actually a light there. These are, this is kind of odd. So for the entire street, the lights are really spaced out, and then there's two almost across from one another here. Are these close enough to connect? Yeah, it's 3 in a row that are close enough to connect. That's weird. This tree being restored is a mod also. Highly recommend. That's literally all the mod does is replace that one tree in the center. I keep going to the recruitment beacon for some reason. No way. Okay. I didn't think so. I thought that was going to be too far away. Okay, let's quick save. Let's buzz out of town, set it to night, and then take a stroll through. Just to start to get a feel for what overgrown sanctuary is going to look like. Okay, where do we go? Game alteration, world, date and time. Is 9 p.m. 9 p.m. must be dark, right? I mean, as dark as Fallout gets. That's another thing I might look at mod-wise, which is kind of cool, like, from a realism perspective, maybe to have it a little bit more dark, but I don't know that necessarily. Generally, you're touring these settlements in the daylight, but if it's foggy like this, I'm okay with it. We got the walls up that I didn't put down. I don't want to change this one too much. Like, I've done some like drastic rebuilds of this area. I think we keep the scrapped houses. I love this car with the ferns growing out of it. That stays. And then I thought every house might have a little purpose. The yellow house with the workbenches, the flop house, an armory, maybe a doctor's house. Of course, we restore ours as best we can. I think
tied to this place, kid.
This is a little deceiving because I was like, what? Is this a down tree with green leaves on top of it? But no, it is not. Okay, let's get rid of this tree in the middle of the street at least. Do we leave the stump? Do we leave some of the scrap? I feel like this kind of scrap sticking out into the sidewalk would get dealt with. And it's telling me to scrap the whole ruined house, though. Hold on a second. Okay. As long as it didn't get rid of the whole thing. I think we get rid of the mailbox. I think that's okay. I think we basically leave that, though. The guns aren't going to stay where they are. I don't know. I feel like the scrap on the side, if we're going to build up the rest, we would probably at least throw it into the house. We could even board the thing up. It probably makes sense. I think we leave this. I'm going to leave that scrap there. I don't want this version to be too clean. I want it to be very rough around the edges. Oh, that power line. That power line is so low. Okay, quick save and a save. There we go. Feel better about that. We've only had the one freeze, but it was very early on, so... Hello, dog. Okay, we gotta get power and some lights into the houses for nighttime. Okay, let's see how this works. So, can we... I know it will depend, but can we conduit to here and power that lamp? No. Hang on a second. Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to. I meant to push. Do I not have a BRB? I do have a BRB. It is not. It is not end. It was BRB, and I hit the wrong button. Okay, was I wiring across the street? I think I was. Oh. I wonder, there's probably mods for this, but like... that would take the fun out of it, right? If you didn't have wires all over... Seriously, that doesn't light the... That's powered. Oh, come on. I gotta get that light up on a table. So where would a light in here stop getting powered? That's not even on the ceiling. Come on, man. So I have to get power to the back of the building, it looks like. Oh, the TV works. That's cool. I'm sure something good will be on soon. Okay, maybe not. Maybe nothing's coming on. Okay, so we got a couple sleep spots. Like, I think each house kind of should be its own self-sufficient thing. They are single-family homes, but then again, like, do we need to repeat the mistakes of the past? Let's see, furnitures. What do we got for tables? Let's see, what if we did... Maybe we found a nice dining set. We raided the Bernie and Phil's nearby. Turns out everyone was looking for food and water and medical supplies, but there was plenty of great furniture deals to be had. Do we have some dining room chairs? Like, what's the deal? I guess we could do some of those. What is this? Like, do we do what, 8 at this one? 6 at this one? 6 at this one. Can tighten those up later. Don't store. We want to go down to kitchenware and supplies. Do they have place settings? They certainly have some good stuff for a kitchen counter. What do we need for a lot of this stuff? gonna have to make a lot of stuff for those. Or I'm gonna have to go on actual gathering missions. So they don't have like place settings? Okay, so maybe not OCDecorator. What about Creative Clutter? No, I'm not trying to assign you Sturgis. Oh my god. Creative rooms. Place settings. Here we go. No, I want to move just that. Thank you. The clean set doesn't feel right. I feel like looks like people left a bunch of their stuff here, so or maybe they were, you know, interrupted mid-meal and they're coming right back. A birthday candle, a cupcake with a candle on it? Why is that hovering over other things? Okay. We need appliances. I think OCDecorator has some fridges that are already kitted out. Kitchen and dining. Food, beverages, kitchenware and supplies. No, am I imagining that? I could have sworn it's like it's literally on the box cover basically for the mod. Is a fridge with quantum in it. Yeah, all these mods that I'm using definitely have messed with my menus too, is the other thing. Do they have fridges that you can stock? Okay, clutter, food and drink, or kitchen. Maybe a bit of both. No, food and drink. Okay, let's get a little bit of light in here. Man, when I said a little bit of light, I really meant it, huh? Man, that flashlight does a lot of lifting. Mama Murphy, what the hell? I'm trying to design in here. Everybody's just sleeping. I'm just trying to make a happy home for all of you. Don't let me get in your way. I wish we could delete this cross shelf that fell. That would be nice. Get that crooked coat rack out of there. That light really pops out of there. That window that, or not window, I guess, the holes in the wall. Okay, we need some kind of table to prepare our food on. Billiard table. Do we not have counters? Okay, what kind of food, or not, I guess necessarily food clutter, but what else do we have? We need kitchen stuff. A basket of carrots. Oh, I don't have any razor grain, so it's not going to let me build a bunch of these things. Gingerbread cookies, noodle bowls, okay. Can we put stuff on top of the fridge? Oh, they have all kinds of chairs. Actually, not that many. Okay, never mind. I was excited for a minute. Kitchen containers. That's what I was looking for, was like a loaded fridge like this. Requires power. Does it have a direct power connection? That's pretty cool. Oh, is that a perfectly preserved pie? I think it is. I forget what DLC it was, but I was streaming Fallout a while back, like a year or two maybe. It was an older stream. But somebody mentioned something about they were so excited they got a perfectly preserved pie to finally drop. And I had to let them down and like, oh yeah, was it in this DLC? They're like, yeah, how'd you know? Like, because it always drops in that DLC. They were so excited, and I popped that bubble. Speaking of bubbles popping, who posted about it? Alana Pierce. Who the heck was it? I think she posted about it. Yeah, OpenAI will shut down Sora video app. Disney drops plans for $1 billion investment. It's going great. It's a good thing we can't get any RAM. Counter lights. Oh, look at these things. So there's like actual kitchen counter stuff if we want to like wrap around with the sinks and the stoves that fit into the color scheme. That's pretty cool. We'll remodel a kitchen on one of these other ones. This is scrappy enough. The Sanctuary is not where we get the fully remodeled house. You know where you can do that is, where is it? We'll find a spot for one of these. Is it under miscellaneous? I got some new prefabs I gotta find. I don't know where. Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, it's these. Look at these. Can we find a spot? Can we find a spot where I can put this down? Probably not. These things are gigantic. Where are you supposed to put this down? Like, I don't even know how to put these down. It apparently is kind of finicky about the ground you put it on. I guess there isn't a lot of space here for it. But anyways, these things are like, they're like fully remodeled. I wish I could put it down and show you inside. You can kind of get a look at it. There's a little kitchenette in there. This might be kind of cool to build in the underground vault. Is it Vault 88? And then put some like lights outside. Do like some fake lighting. Okay, so sorry. There's not a lot of options for beds, which... Oh, I'm running into a chair. Not a lot of options for beds, which is unfortunate. Because I really think that does throw out the mix. I gotta figure out... It might have been... What is it? Unified Settlement Objects or something? Or Unlock Settlement Objects, USO. I wonder if that's what had all the bed colors before. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I am suddenly not feeling tip-top. I think I might call it short today. PAX is this weekend. I'm super excited, but it's also supposed to be like 27 degrees in Boston on Saturday, which is awesome for the end of March. I was excited when they said it was the end of March because like, oh, maybe it'll warm up a little bit. No. Or yes, it will warm up, and then it will freeze for... It will freeze for the actual day of the event. But that should be fun. I think Nintendo's going to be there. They haven't had any of the big companies haven't had booths since like, man, I don't know, 2018. Because I think I had commented, I did a video like that the show felt smaller in 2019. So like maybe like 2018 was kind of peak PAX in terms of the size of the event and the number of companies and big booths that were there. But it's still a ton of fun. Okay, quick save. Save. And I'm going to call it a little early tonight. There was a Minecraft update today. I'm going to get on for some of that. We got to make small versions of animals. And what else? I don't know. Some other things are coming up. But I'm definitely going to do some more Fallout. I'll see if I can get some better beds, especially. I feel like is throwing me off. So don't get too attached to anything yet. I'm not entirely sure where this will all shake out from a mod's perspective, but we'll get there. It'll take some messing around. I want to get put a new video out, and at least for the way that I play, give people some advice on console modding, which is it is confusing. Modding in general is confusing. Console modding, because things are not necessarily supported well, is just worse. Have fun at PAX. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's always a good time. It's gotten to the point though where it's like a day is enough. I used to want to do 4 days there. Event was huge. 1 day is enough. Okay, yeah, keep an eye out for more. I'll be back with more cities. There's still another patch due, right? Isn't there a cities patch due at some point? I haven't forgotten about that. Paradox, Tantalus. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Be back with some more. I will catch you on the next one. Have a good week, everybody. I don't know when I'll be back, but I'll be back at some point in the next couple days, I'm sure. I will catch you then. Sorry for calling it short tonight. Have a good evening, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.